Where do I start? 2025, the worst year of my life. Now, phrasing it like that would kind of suck, so let's just say a very life-changing year. In 2025, I have experienced depression, grief, and loss of identity. Don't get it twisted, I'm still grateful to be living, but my life definitely took drastic changes this year. What I'm learning is change isn't something you can just easily do. The best way to describe change is to make something different in some way. So when you word it in such a cliche way, change sounds easy. But change itself is one of the hardest things to pursue. Because to change, you need consistency. Consistency is just something I lack in life. Do you value your life? What does life mean to you? Does it mean partying, going out with your friends, living in the moment? Does it mean getting closer to God? Are you living to get your family set? Everyone has a purpose, but you need to know yours. That's something I lacked, and I still lack to this day. Actually, as in when I'm recording this video, I'm still trying to get better at it. The thing I'm searching for is to try to find my purpose in life. Now, let me just further explain why I say this. Yo, what's good, y'all boys? This is me, recording a video. This is what's going on right now. I'm in the hospital. Just pray for me, and I hope I get better, boys, so I can post. So corny. All right. Anyways, been your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace. Oh boy, do I have a ton of stuff to explain. I have a ton to talk about. But to start, how have y'all been, bro? It's been like 3 months since I posted, and I know 3 months doesn't sound like a lot, but initially it's probably been around 5 months since I felt normal, and I'm just going to explain that way more into detail as we get into the video. But Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving. These are just all the holidays I missed. I'm going to talk about the first day this all started and how my life completely changed, and it's still not getting much better, so we're going to talk about it. September 4th, 2025. Forgot we were in 26 now, but September 4th, 2025, I was laying down in my bed, watching Netflix. I didn't go to school that day. I kind of missed it. It was picture day. I remember I missed it. Just like any other day, though. And I was laying down, and I've always felt a weird sensation on my leg. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a crawl. Like, imagine something like crawling on you, like an ant crawling on your leg. It's usually like, I kind of felt that on my leg. I know that's kind of random, but I always felt that sensation. So I'm laying down. I'm laying down like these. Shoot, that's embarrassing. I'm laying down like these right here. I'm just laying down, and I feel something crawl on my leg. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but like I'm ignoring it because I felt it before, and then I felt something crawl on my leg again. I'm like, okay, this crawling is like consistent. It's weird, and then I felt like my heart was racing a little bit. I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. That's weird. And I get to searching. I get to ChatGPT and stuff. So let's picture, this is my phone. I'm just like, well, this is my phone, but I'm starting like ChatGPT. I'm like, what's going on and all that stuff. When I typed in some more stuff, it was basically saying like that could be a sign of a heart attack. So I was like, okay. I stood up and it felt like my body went numb. Like my body completely went numb. It just like went out, like all out of sorts, and I just felt like my arm, everything numbing. So I'm like, I go to my mom, and I'm like breathing like, and I'm like, Mom, something's wrong. And she's like, okay, you have a cold right now, because I did have a cold. She's like, you have a cold right now, so it's probably just your cold symptoms. I was like, no, Mom, this is something different. I walked back in my room and I'm still breathing hard. And I'm like, no, something's wrong. And it kept happening. Like my body kept going out, just completely out. I go back to my mom. I was like, there's something wrong. I go to urgent care. Basically, yeah. She's like, you need to go to the hospital? I was like, yes, I need to go. Stepdad gets in the car. We go to urgent care, and we're in the car. We go to urgent care, whatever. I keep drinking water. I'm telling my stepdad, like, he got to hurry up. Like, we got to go. Like, we got to go now. There's a problem. I go to urgent care. They do the blood thing, whatever, like blood pressure and all that stuff. And they say I have elevated LVH and RVH levels. And yeah, at that time. And I don't know what that stuff is, but basically they referred me to the emergency room. Bear with me because I'm still going through stuff, and this is kind of a hard story to remember because I have bad brain fog, and this was months ago. It's January 1st now, so Yeah, basically, point is they send me home, and yeah, they send me home and just say, if I'm still feeling stuff, then go back. But there's nothing wrong. They didn't pick up anything. So okay, I go home and I'm still feeling sick and stuff, but whatever. Weeks pass, and you know, we just got to the conclusion that maybe it was just anxiety that was causing all my symptoms. And looking back at that moment, maybe it was anxiety, and that feeling of my body going in and out was an anxiety attack from just being scared of what was going on. So that probably was that. But regardless, there was still an underlying issue that we weren't addressing. And every time I would address my symptoms to my family, I'd get yelled at. And this isn't for me to go on here and bash my family at all, but they just didn't know what was going on, and I would complain about something every single day. And for a couple of days, I did start to feel better, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it was, anxiety after all. And I was like, I feel so much better. I started getting active again. And yeah, throughout this whole time period, I continued to play basketball. And after I'd play basketball, I'd go home and I'd feel some crazy side effects after, playing sports and doing physical activity because we didn't know what it was. I went to the ER maybe 2 times again within that time period. Still nothing came back. So then they, did some tests and I had a virus. Basically, the third time I went to the emergency room, they, ran a lot of tests and a virus. I came back positive for it. And not a contagious virus or nothing like that, but I just had a virus. Throughout this whole time, I was having chest pain. I forgot to mention that. Throughout this whole time period, I was having bad chest pain, and like my it was just like this weird feeling. Like I can change it with movement sometimes. Like if I move like this and then I move like this, I could change my chest pain. But it got to a point where the chest pain wasn't going, and it was like recurrent. And chest pain is one of the most common symptoms for a heart attack. And it's like, yeah, chest pain is just always common for a heart attack. Basically, I got referred to a cardiologist. So I had chest pain, and basically I had it for months and months and months. So they referred me to a cardiologist. I went to my cardiologist appointment, and he checked my heart. They did an EKG and all that, and everything came back fine, and nothing like that. Like I just don't have a heart problem, but I still continue to have chest pain and all that stuff. And I went to the emergency room again and got an echocardiogram. I don't know how to say it, but I just call it an echo. I got an echo, and the echo came back completely fine. That was 2 echoes that came back completely fine. Those see the structure of your heart and the muscles around it and all that stuff, and if it's pumping efficiently and all that stuff. So if that came back normal twice, that just basically already rules out any heart problem, or that rules out the chest pain coming from a heart problem. I have a small heart murmur, but that's common in teens to have a heart murmur, so that wasn't really a big issue. I continue to have chest pain and all that, but my anxiety kind of drifted away from that. Other than that, though, every single day I feel tingling, all this weird stuff, and that's where I went to the emergency room. This is like the 6th time. Boom. So basically, I was at the emergency room for the 6th time, and they referred me to a rheumatologist. A rheumatologist is a specialist, a doctor who specializes in autoimmune diseases. So they tested me for lupus and other things like that, diabetes, stuff like that. All came back negative. And yeah, I finally got prescribed with something. I have costochondritis, post-viral disorder, and anxiety disorder. I'm going to explain all 3 things. Post-viral disorder. We're going to pull it up on the phone. Yeah. Post-viral disorder, also known as post-acute infection syndrome or post-viral syndrome, a chronic condition where symptoms persist for weeks, months, or even years after initial acute viral infection has cleared from the body. It is not a single disease, but a range of complex conditions, including, long COVID, stuff like that. If you ever had COVID, I've never had COVID, but for some people develop a period after COVID where they're sick for so long, like sick for years and years. I have a post-viral disorder that basically, I have so many symptoms ranging from stomach aches to headaches to tingling to anything. If it affects, a post-viral disorder affects every part of your body. So it jumps around from like you can feel something in your ache in your feet and legs to your head to your stomach to your chest. It is a mix of every single thing in the world. So you're going to get some diabetes symptoms. You're going to get some heart attack symptoms. You're going to get stroke symptoms. You're going to get symptoms of everything. But there is no actual thing. Like there's no disease wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Post-viral can become chronic. Chronic means it can last for your whole entire life. We're still hoping and praying that doesn't happen for me. Anxiety disorder. You should know what anxiety is, but my anxiety is where I cannot stop searching my symptoms up. And that's why I don't just have anxiety. I have health anxiety. Health anxiety is where I can go on my phone and look at a list of symptoms for something. I could be experiencing one of the symptoms. So let's say it was a heart attack. And heart attack symptoms are jaw pain, chest pain, and let's just say a random, and bad headaches, right? I could be experiencing chest pain, which I was. But since I seen that the heart attack symptoms include jaw pain and headaches, my anxiety, if I even feel like something in my jaw, if I even feel like a slight discomfort, if I bite on something wrong and I feel pain there, oh, am I having a heart attack? What's this? Because it's paired with chest pain and it's paired with something else. And then I get afraid, and health anxiety intensifies that. So it'll actually make me think I'm having that pain. I don't get jaw pain anymore. And that's a serious thing of health anxiety because I tricked myself into thinking I had, a heart attack. And I've never had a heart attack. And we're going to, God willing, I don't ever have a heart attack. But yeah. Costochondritis is an inflammation of the cartilage between your rib and your chest bone or breastbone. I don't have breasts. Yeah. This whole area down to my ribs is just inflamed. And yeah, I have to go to physical therapy, and I have physical therapy every Tuesday and Thursdays. We're going to speak more on that. But yeah. Missing a lot of events. Okay. Let's talk about the depression and stuff like that. I did fall and am currently still in a depression stage. Depression isn't a word that I just want to throw around, and I don't like throwing down the road. I don't like throwing around the word depression because that's like just not something you should play about. I am battling depression because the constant fear of dying, and that is a hard thing to say out loud. But yeah, the fear of dying it's really like you can't take life for granted. Like every single day, I am just concerned if I'm gonna. Every second feels like a battle, and you just never know when this type of virus or viral infection after like the disorder I have affects so many parts of your body. It's like it's just so terrifying, and you don't know what's going on. And I know it basically it sounds so cliche, and it probably doesn't sound like serious, but I genuinely think I'm going to die at times, and I'm still battling that fear while recording this, and that's why I wasn't really ready to make this video, but I am because I feel like saying it out loud would definitely help some things, and addressing the problem. It's a new year. I can't hyper focus on my symptoms forever. And I'm just gonna lay out some of the stuff because I feel like the timeline I'm using, I had this video planned so down to the bottom, but when it's actually time to record, I'm kind of scuffing it up, and I'm not gonna retake this. So, the depression I'm going through is, the fear of dying, the impending doom. It's an actual real thing where you just feel like every second you're going to die, or like that you're doomed, your demise is coming soon. I have to see another doctor who specializes in kidneys now because I could have a kidney problem because they seen protein in my pee. That sounds a little weird. Protein in your pee, everybody has protein in their pee, but the thing is with me, it's just more than you should have. The thing with mine is it's just more than you should have, and that's why. But every teen has it. has it in some period in their time in their life, and they just probably don't realize it. But the thing is, I had just been checked at the urgent care, and yeah, I've been to the emergency room 9 times. Um, so yeah, that's fun. I don't really know how to explain anything I'm going through. Um, it's just a deep sadness that I've been feeling because I don't know what's going on, and I genuinely just want to be a kid again. I want to be normal. I want to make videos. I want to play basketball. I can't play basketball. I can't do anything, and my mental health is at an all-time low. Um, Sitting in bed and being by myself some days, not like that. I just want to, die, because obviously I don't want to die. But just being by myself in my room in my bed, leaving me with my phone, me and ChatGPT. It's just never gonna be a good outcome, and I always just worry myself to death. Um, I, yeah, um, yeah. This has been a really tough 6 months, or 5 to 6 months. It's been a really rough period of my life, and I'm still going through it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come back to YouTube. I feel like that was just stepping away from YouTube was definitely something that I needed, because in the moment it was just too much. But I don't have basketball anymore, and I know that sounds basketball like really changed my life. It was like escape. Like I can escape from everything and just shoot a ball, dribble a ball, exercise. I'm watching my physique benefit. I'm watching everything improve. It's just basketball really changes a lot. And I know that doesn't sound like, you know, big or nothing, but yes, basketball was really changing everything and making everything better. And when I can't play basketball, I couldn't really do anything. It's hard to focus in school, and yeah, my grades were so bad first quarter. Like second quarter, I picked it back up, but my grades were so terrible, and yeah, it was really bad. Um, I know this video is I'm sorry that the way I'm explaining things sound all jumbled up, because I feel like I should have had this more pieced together. But please just bear with me here. I really didn't put this together well. This was just a little bit of inspiration just to get up and record and finally let it be known what's going on. At the end of the day, bro, I'm just a kid, and I really just want to get back to living a normal life. We just gotta pray. That's the only thing I can do. I gotta pray and stop scaring myself, because I'm definitely intensifying my symptoms by hyper focusing on them. But yeah, I apologize for this video being just jumbled up and just me spitting words at you and spitting all this stuff. I'm definitely gonna edit it and put some definitions and, you know, make the video more watchable, because yeah, this is bad. But point is, going through a hard time in life and had to step away from a lot of things. Still maintain my friendships. To my friends, they probably don't even notice. They didn't notice much was going on. But I've been going through this for months, and if I need anything right now, if I'm asking for anything, I just want help. That's the only thing. Help as in, I can no longer carry this by myself. I've always been a people pleaser. I've always tried to carry the burden of others, and it's nobody's. This is what I'm going through is nobody's issue. This is nobody's problem. But what I'm asking for is help, as in just a support group, even a small group of people to help me get through this hard time in my life. Because being by myself removes the distraction. I need a distraction, something to keep my mind away from my symptoms, or something to just keep me you know, away from all this stuff, like so I can live, bro, because I generally can't take this anymore. It's really like exhausting, and it's killing my mental health completely, like destroying it, deteriorating it. So I'm going to step back to YouTube, step back to being me, trying to talk to my friends more often, trying to be the Chris that I knew, that everybody knew before all this stuff happened. And yes, that's all I have really. So that's what's been going on. Sorry I didn't really explain as well as I wanted to, because I swear I had this in the back of my mind and I've been thinking about this for a while, and this was gonna come out way better than I thought it was. But yeah, I'm sorry. This didn't really go as planned. Um, just pray for me, please, and I'll pray for you, of course. I pray for everyone watching this video right now, and I pray for everyone. I hope everyone does well. I hope you were all doing. So yeah, it's been your boy Chris. It's good to be back.